'Tis I, Mep7, and one thing that I've always wanted to do is remake a bunch of daily levels and turn into kind of like a mega collab of remakes of the daily levels, so that's what I'm gonna do. So I have not seen today's daily level yet, and so I'm just gonna like check it out, kind of get some ideas for what I want to do to remake it, all of that, and then we're gonna remake a part of it, and that's the goal. Let's see this level. Okay, this is very interesting. We're using some 2.2 mechanics, I like it. That's a cool mechanic, I can definitely include that. The whole bubble mechanic. Yeah, I'm definitely going to include that in the level. Okay, interesting wave part. Looks like we're going to go up and above ourselves soon. Yeah. That's so cool. This is a really cool level, actually. Okay, I actually really enjoyed that. So, with the level that I'm making, I'm going to be using the song Dream On by F777. And so I definitely want to start with like a slower section, so this level's kind of perfect for that. First, I'm going to create the layout for the level. So I'm going to put the star object here on group 1, turn spawn group to 1, so now we spawn at the star. Perfect. So now, I'm also going to add a static camera trigger right here. Duration 0 seconds. On group 1, but Y only. So now, no matter what, we'll be at this Y level, which is perfect because then we can... Let's do a triple spike because I want to make this like easy demon difficulty rather than, you know, making an inconsistent difficulty based on the difficulties of the levels. Okay, and then right here, I'm going to have you jump off of this ledge and then hit a blue orb here, which will lead you into a gravity portal, a blue gravity portal, and then have you hit a yellow orb right after. And then I'm going to have you jump, land on a platform here, about half spaces over to the left, and then have you immediately jump over some spikes. On top of these little half spikes, I'm going to put a yellow orb. Actually, we can just make these full spikes. Alright, and then put another triple spike here, and then we'll include the little bubble mechanic. So let me figure out exactly how it works first. Okay, so I think I got the bubble mechanic working. Let me just make sure. Yes. Okay, it isn't even that hard. It's just a little bubble object with a force block inside. Toggle it on with this orb, toggle it off with this touch trigger, and that's pretty much it. I'm gonna move this touch trigger over here, so you actually have to, you know, time it. It's not just kind of given to you. And I think I want you to get off right there. Let's create a little platform here. Now I'm going to kind of create a little structure of spikes that you're going to end up going kind of through with the bubble, you know? Okay, so I think I've got a bit of a structure set up. Oh. Yeah, you're going to have to hit that orb pretty early. I will say, it's not the easiest timing. So what I'm going to do here, since we kind of move a little bit out of the camera, I'm going to move group 2, what we have the camera static to, up by 25 maybe, over 1.5 seconds, with ease in and out easing. Yeah, okay, I could probably move it up by 35 to be honest. Nice. I think that looks decent enough. Okay, so now here, I'm going to do that little mechanic as seen in Aquatic Uplift where it, you know, uses the arrow trigger, goes up on the side. I kind of like that. So I'm going to definitely incorporate that in this level. So I'm going to exit the static that was on group 2, and also enter a new static on group 11 here. And this one will be X only rather than Y only, since we're going to be going up. There we go. I'll probably increase this to 1.75 maybe. I think that'll look a little smoother. And right here, just going to include some simple jumps. So like, maybe jump onto this pillar here over these spikes. I think I'm also going to offset the camera a little bit up on the y-axis just to make it more readable. Okay, so I added a little pit here with some orbs that you have to hit. And then I'm going to add just a spike here so that you have to jump in order to make it onto this pink orb and yellow orb. Then I'm going to add more slopes, leading into yet another arrow trigger. This will be on channel 1 and bring you to channel 2. Now I'm going to do a little more camera work, so I'll just add a triple spike because you know, it's a decently hard jump, but not too bad. I don't know, they're kind of my go-to gameplay gimmick. And then you'll jump here, I'll have you hit a green orb, because right after you hit this green orb, you're going to come across a wall with red jump pads. That'll have an arrow trigger on channel 2, bringing you to channel 3. And then right here on channel 2, I'll have a static trigger that exits the static once again to allow us to, you know, pan up for... Yes, okay, that works so well. So I'll just bring this over and down, triple spike here, and then that should be a good place to transition into the next part of the level. So now let's get started on decoration. I want to do something pretty similar to the other level, so I'm just going to kind of outline this really quick. There we go, like that. And then add some of these blocks down below. I also need to add background and ground colors. Ground will be black, background be like this color, and then we'll change it to the solid background. Beautiful. Now let's add more of these blocks just on a different color channel 2. Okay, so this will also be the same color on color channel 1. And so inside of this, we will add a particle object. There we go, I think that looks pretty good. I might need to change the color a little bit on these, but yeah, overall, I think it fits the level really well. And is pretty similar to what's in the original level, I think. I definitely have to look back, but it looks similar enough. So now for this down here, I'm gonna add a couple of these objects. However, what I'm gonna do is warp it, make it really big, add another one. We'll put it on color channel 2, which will be white probably. I'll copy and paste this, make this color channel 2, add it to a new group, 23, and then do the same thing here. This will be on 24, and then one more time for group 25. And then groups 23, 24, and 25 are all gonna have an alpha trigger. Opacity will be at 0.75, 0.5, and 0.25. So now we have this little chunkular gradient type of thing. Alright, cool, so now I've got a bit of a block design, and it's pretty copy pastable. So I'm going to add it to a couple other of these structures. So let me just do that really quick. Okay, so I've got another one here. I could probably fit like one or two more. Yeah, so we make this box one of those as well. There we go, I think this looks pretty good. Now I need to create a couple other different variations of different block designs, so let me check the original level to get some inspiration. Okay, so we can definitely do like a platform like this, where these two things on the sides can be like bubble columns. Okay, so I've created a little particle effect where it's just bubbles. Yeah, there's not really much else to it, they just bubbles that go up, and I flip them upside down so that they go down here. And now I'm going to add some block outlines here. Fill in this whole thing with these objects, but it'll be on color channel 3 this time, which will be maybe a light purple. I actually really like that. Actually, for the interior, we can probably do something, maybe do this kind of checker pattern here. Reach these on color channel 3 with just a little bit of HSV adjustments. I think that looks pretty good. We just have to add a bit of design to this top part here. So I think the original level does like diamonds and stuff. We could probably do something similar. So maybe something like this. I feel like that looks pretty good. Now let's add some of these little like twinkling particles to the background of it to really make it feel complete. And there we go. I think that looks great. Okay, so I've added some of this block design here. Now I just need to copy and paste some of these bubble particles and add them to these columns here. Then copy and paste this like checker pattern and add that right here. Then I'm gonna add some of these particles along this whole, there we go. And finally, these little objects, I'm just gonna copy and paste all of these and just kind of mess with the order a bit to make it more unique from the first one. And there we go. I think that looks decent. Yeah, this is coming along really well. Now for the last block design, the original level does like an arrow type of structure. So like this, maybe? Yeah, but then it's orange, so let me make that orange really quick. Okay, so it's something like this. Let me just scooch this into place, and then copy and paste these arrows a couple more times, kind of make them a little evenly spaced. There we go. And finally, outline this. There we go. I think it looks great. And one more thing that I need to decorate, which is these spikes. Okay, so I've designed this little structure. It was a bit difficult to, make it look good with the curviness, but I think I made it work. So now for some spike design. Let's see, what do I want to do for those? Yeah, the original level just does completely white spikes for the spike design, like this. But honestly, that's boring, so I want to see what I can do to kind of spice those up a little bit. I could add some of this spike-shaped glow to it. Bring this down here, move it up to T2. Yeah, honestly, that doesn't look bad. That's a nice little gradient that fits with the color. I really like that, actually. So I think I'm gonna get this glow onto every other spike, but make it the color that the block design that it rests upon is. So this will be on like 3. Yeah, so these have a purple gradient. Oh, I actually really like that. Alright, let me do that to every spike really quick. Okay, so I finished up all the spikes, and I think it looks amazing. Now, I'm gonna do just some simple orb deco. Nothing too complicated. I was just gonna place like one of these objects around each orb, put on color 2, which is white. Yeah, I mean, it's not much, but like, it definitely makes them more visually appealing. There we go. And now I want to make a bit of a background. Pretty sure the original level does something of like a background using these objects, assuming it's scaled up a lot like that. I'll put the animation speed way down. Okay, so I'm going to go down here and just copy and paste a couple of these objects together, and then build the base out of some solid blue blocks. There we go, so now we have this whole background. Let's put this on a new group, 26. And when the level starts, we're going to have 26 move left by 200. Now, there we go, it'll be like on this line. I can probably make this 150. So we'll have this on B5. And when the level starts, we'll have 26 move up by 250 maybe? Also, we have to have 26 lock to player X for the entire level. Nope, not up by 200. We want to go up by maybe 150. Okay, that looks decent. How about 175? So now I'm going to do a similar thing. Copy and paste all of this. Move it up to the next layer. Regroup it. And then maybe decrease the hue a bit and increase the brightness. And then we'll have the one that moves it up over just a bit. So now, yes, there we go. So this one will be 1Z layer ahead of the other one. That's not working, hang on. There we go, and then it won't move up quite as much. So I'll have this up to maybe 150. Beautiful. And finally, we'll do all of this one more time. Copy and paste it, regroup, move it up a layer, and then adjust the HSV sliders. There we go, and then this one will move up maybe 125. Yeah, that looks really good actually. Obviously I'm gonna have to adjust the layering just a bit, but I'm really happy with that. And once we hit this part, I'm gonna have 26, 27, and 28. We'll have them all locked to player Y. There we go, so now it follows you up. And then get right here. Oh, I love that, that looks great, okay. Okay, so for arrow deco, I can probably just make something moderately simple. So anyways, as I was saying before the game decided to crash on me, arrow deco I can make something pretty simple. Alright, I think that looks pretty good, but actually I might make these edges a little thicker by using these thicker blocks. Yeah, I actually like that a lot better. Alright, so I was gonna put these arrows around the level a bit. I kind of like where they are and how they add to it. Might need to add 1 or 2 more, maybe up here in this top section. Oh yeah, I think that adds a lot. And then I'll put one on this side of the triple spike as well. There we go. Okay, so I've added some arrow effects just to indicate, the arrow triggers. And this one, I'm still pretty proud of. It just has some X and Y gravity that make it kind of fly and rotate mid-flight to point where you're going. I don't know. That was fun to make. And the level does contain some, like, cute little goldfish things, so I kind of want to recreate some of those. Because I made a cute little goldfish thing. Probably copy and paste a couple of those, make like a mini school of them. Add these all to a new group, 31. And we'll have 31 just constantly move to the left, maybe 150 in 35 seconds. Yeah, it's cute. I love that. Really add a couple more goldfish just randomly throughout the level. I like that a lot. It's a fun little detail. Alright, the last little detail I want to add is the little like seagrass type objects I've seen in the original level. Here, let me show you. Yeah, like these right here. But I'm not the best at making art like that, so I guess we'll see how this goes. Okay, this took way longer than I thought it would. But yeah, I created a little 46 object seagrass thing. I don't really know if it looks good or not. I mean, I guess you guys can decide that in the comments, but I'm proud of it, so that's all that really matters. I'm just gonna place this around the level. There we go. I think this feels pretty complete. So I might just add a few extra details off camera, maybe some shaders or something, I don't know, we'll figure it out. But yeah, as of right now, here's the final showcase of what I have so far.